Good morning. My name is Clara Molina. I'm working in UMass Boston Police Department for 29 years. And my title is Lieutenant Detective right now. But I can start it with how I was inspired to become a police officer on United States. I was a police officer in my country for 5 years. I was in the motorcycle unit of traffic enforcement. I decided to move it to here, to United States, because my family was here already. That time I was mean to become a police officer in United States. It was very difficult for me because my language. I came with no English at all, and I started working in my dream, step by step. I was raising 3 kids at the time, and it was not easy, but I was determined to do it. I continued with my dreams, and I started learning English step by step in my free time. I did so many different works, nothing related with police, but my dream always stayed with me. I want to be a police officer in United States of America. It was my dream, and I worked for that. That's one. My last job before becoming a police officer in here in UMass Boston Police Department was I was a security guard in the Department of Transportation. In that time I was there, I learned that UMass Boston was hiring police officers, and I applied for that position without even know how hard could be the process be. Apply, I come in for interview, I scored number 2 or number 1 in the interview, I don't remember exactly, for my oral interview. But my physical agility was terrible, and I recognize that. It was like I had supposed to be do 18 sit-ups in a minute and run mile and a half in half an hour, I believe so. Of course, I took the test, but I didn't pass. I remember the deputy chief at that time called me and he said, I don't want to let you go because you scored so well in the interview. And physical agility is always, you can always work on that. I give you 4 weeks after that to complete my exam again, my test. And my 3rd week, I called the deputy chief and I say, I'm ready. And I was ready, and that's something that I wanna asking everybody thinking about it. When you had a dream and when you want to do something, you work for that. I was working in the morning before I go to work in the gym, and I did it before going to bed. Every single day for 3 weeks straight, practice my task. When I called him and I said ready, he said, are you sure? This is the last shot that you have. If you don't pass this time, I can give you another try. I say, no, I'm ready. Because I know I was ready. And I did it. I did it with extra time, the one they give me for my test. And it's when my journey started. They put me through the police academy, and telling you this, it wasn't easy. It was a lot of things that I had to overcome before graduated from the police academy. My first one was my English was not good. I have a very strong accent. I still have very strong accent, but I'm way more better than what I was at that time. I'm talking about 29 years ago. I went to the police academy. I go through a lot in the police academy. I'm not gonna say harassment because it wasn't harassment. Now, at this time, I understand what it was. They was preparing me for my future career. And they was very rough, very tough with me, prepare me for this. But at the time I was in the academy, I didn't realize. I was under a lot of stress because I thought, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to do that. That was what I heard every time in my ear from my instructors. You need to quit, you are good for this job, and anything, things like that, but I was determined. I say, I'm gonna be a police officer. I went to one academy already in Colombia when I was a police officer, and I can do it again. And I did it. I graduated from the police academy, and I start my job in here. And I'm very happy, very proud of being a police officer, very proud to work in UMass Boston Police Department. And I started working in here as a patrolman. My first 13 years, I was patrolling. I was working midnights. Sometimes I was working evening and became working days. After my 13 years, I was promoted to a sergeant detective. And through that time, I remember one day, the chief of police at that time told me, Clara, you're going to be in charge of the accreditations for the department. You need to accreditate the police department because we lose accreditations almost probably 20 years ago. That was only one time accredited, and he said we need to be accredited again. Accreditation is working with the Massachusetts Police Accreditation for every police department in Massachusetts to classify as a high standard, and you need to cover almost 162 standards. I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this? I'm not gonna be able to do that. This is so many things. I have no idea of any of these things. Of course, I went to the training and learning everything in less than a year. That was in 2013 when he told me that. And by 2014, February or March 2014, I was accredited in the department, the University of Massachusetts Boston Police Department, for accreditations. They told me you had 6 months to be, because the first thing I did was certification. From there I had to accredit it. And there was a half away the first time for accreditations. He said you had 6 months to complete your job, and I did it. I'm talking about these things because I want to emphasize to people to listen to this, that you can do whatever you want to do. If you had a dream, if you have dreaming with things, you can do it. Had plans, had everything that you want to do it. Because you can, no matter what difficult is, no matter how many people they're gonna tell you you're not gonna be able to do it. You can do that. But if you feel it and you know, and this is what you want, you're gonna do it. After that, I became, in 2014, I was promoted to lieutenant detective. And this is my stage right now. I'm a lieutenant detective in charge of the investigations, and I'm the second in command in this time, at this moment. And I'm very proud of this. And it's again, law enforcement is a wonderful job when you really love it, when you are mean for do this job. It's excellent job, is reward, helping the community, helping the people is super reward. I went to many cases, many histories that I had, the people that I always helping, and I'm happy to do this. My recommendation for every female or women that listen to this, we are very powerful, we are strong, we can do everything we want. And continue with your dreams and be successful in life because you can.